Hi and welcome to this LANDWorksCAD tutorial. My name is Cedra and today I'm going to show you how to use the scale command in the transform option. Now the scale command is a very useful command as it can be used to resize your drawing or it can be used to resize any object that is a part of your drawing. The resize command can be occasionally used to create copies, and I'm going to show that to you by using a few examples. Now I'm going to show you how to use the scale command in different ways. So let's start with this simple property plan. I'm going to focus on this dimension here that says that this line should be 7,600 millimeters in length. Now if we just double click on this line, we will be able to see that the actual length of this line is not 7,600, it's 10,000 millimeters, which means that this line and the whole drawing is not at its real size. So in order to change that and in order to scale this drawing back to its real size, we are going to use the scale command. Now in order to use the scale command, we need to select the drawing. So I will just drag my mouse from left to right around the drawing, or another way to select everything in the drawing is just press Ctrl A from the keyboard, or just drag your mouse from right to left. So everything in the file will be selected. Now I'll go to the transform command and click on this scale option. Now as I can see that there are two options here. The first option says direct entry, right? And the second option says 2 points and length. As I already know the length of this line, I'm going to use the second option here. In this option, we have to enter the length of the line, which would be 7,600 millimeters. We need to change the length of the line to this length, which is 7,600 millimeters. The number of copies need to be 0 because I don't need any more copies of this drawing. So I'm going to click OK and I'm going to follow the prompt that says locate the start of the line that defines the scale factor. So I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to locate the start of the line here. And then I'm going to follow the prompt again that says locate the end of the line that defines the scale factor. So I'll click here and now it says locate the center of the scale operation. So I'll click anywhere in the center, click and see. This drawing has been scaled to its real size. Now just to double check, I'm going to right click and then just double click on this line to check if the length of this line is correct. So I'm going to click OK. So this is how you can change the scale of a drawing. Now I'm going to show you how to change the scale of specific objects in the drawing. So I'm going to click on this tree now. As you can see that there are control points on the tree, we can just click on the control points and drag to change the size of the tree. Let's say that I want to use the scale command to resize this tree. So I'm going to go to the transform command and click on the scale command here. This time I'm going to use the first option here. So I'm going to click the direct entry option and I'm going to enter X scale, Y scale and Z scale values here. The number of copies need to be 0 because I don't need any extra copies of this tree. Now in the X scale, I'm going to enter 1 by 2 here because I want this tree to be half of its size. So I will write 1 by 2. I can just type 1 by 2 here as well, or I can select this option that says copy from X. So I will click and see the values have been automatically updated. Now this is just for the sake of information, but the values in the X scale and Y scale need to be similar just to maintain the scale ratio or the proportion of the object that we are going to resize. Now the Z scale needs to be 0 because I don't need my object to be in 3D. Now I'm going to click OK and I'm going to follow the prompt that says locate the center of the scale operation. So I will click in the center and see the size of this tree has been changed. So this is how you can change the size of an object within a drawing. Now I'm going to focus on this part of the drawing here. Let's say that this is a block and I want to change the size of this block. I want to make it bigger in size. So I'm going to select this block here I'm going to go to the transform command and click on the scale command here. Now, as I can see, there are two options again. I'm going to select the first option that says direct entry. I'm going to increase the size of this block by 1.5, right? So it's going to be increased 1.5 times. I can just click here, copy from X, and the value of this Y scale will be populated. The Z scale needs to be 0, number of copies 0, right? Now I'm going to show you it really matters where you click to resize the object. So I'm going to click OK, and now I'm going to follow the prompt, locate the center of the scale operation. So let's say this time I click on this left corner. As I click, you will be able to see that all the other three corners will change the position and the object will be resized from this point onwards. So as I click, see, this object has been resized starting from this point. So this point is at its original place while all the other corners have changed its position. Now I'm going to press Ctrl Z and I'm going to repeat this command, but this time I'm going to click on the upper right corner. So as I click, see, this corner retains its place while all the other corners have moved to resize the object. If I press Ctrl Z, let's say, and I click in the center the third time, so I will follow the prompt, locate the center of the scale operation. Let's say roughly this is the center of this object. Click and see, this time now all corners have moved because I clicked in the center of the object. So this is how the scale operation works. I'm going to show you something very interesting. For that, I'll have to go to this other file here. Now I have this circle in this file. So I'm going to select the circle here and go to the transform command and click on the scale option here. Now this time I'm going to show you something different. I'm going to leave the number of copies more than 0. So in that case, we are not going to use the length. So I'll select the first option here, direct entry. The X scale needs to be 2, let's say, right? Copy from X, and here I'll enter 0. Now I will enter the number of copies 5 here, and now I'm going to click on OK, and let's see what happens. Now I'm going to follow the prompt, locate the center of the scale operation. As I click in the center of the circle, click, see, all the 5 copies have been created and each copy is twice the size of the last one. Also, the distance between these copies is increasing twice as much as before too. Now I'll press Ctrl Z, and this time I'm going to click somewhere else. So I will repeat the same command, and let's say I click on this left corner here. So I'm going to click and see all the copies have been created on the right side. So the copies are originating from this side onwards. Now I'll press Ctrl Z and I'll repeat the command one more time. This time I'm going to click on the right side of the circle and just leave a little bit of space. So I'll click and see all the copies are created on the left side. Also, the copies are doubling in size and the distance between each copy is double too. So this is how the scale operation works. So this is all for today. I hope you like my video. If you did, please hit the like button. I will be waiting for your comments. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching my video. Have a great day.